Today on CCX News, sales slide. Home sales drop compared to last year at this time. We'll take a closer look. The latest numbers show signs of a changing housing market. June figures for the Twin Cities Metro show 10% fewer pending sales than last year. There were also fewer listings, down nearly 6%. Real estate experts say home sales have been dragged down by higher mortgage rates and prices that continue to creep up. However, activity varies by area. In Plymouth, new listings dropped by more than 5%, but the median sales price rose more than 16%. In Maple Grove, the number of listings were exactly the same as last year, but the median sales price fell nearly 4%. In Brooklyn Park, the sales price decreased by nearly 2%. And in the Twin Cities Metro, the median sales price for June was up slightly, rising nearly 2%. The Robbinsdale City Council might make changes to its election procedures, giving the council the power to appoint new members to vacant seats. The city charter currently requires a special election to be held if seats are vacant for more than 8 months. But election requirements in state law have meant it takes months to host a special election. As a result, the Robbinsdale Council had long vacancies after recent resignations. The new policy would require the council to appoint a new member within 30 days of a vacancy. That member would serve until the next general election. Another new provision would specify when a council member can be recalled. Mayor Bill Blonigan was concerned this provision wouldn't hold up to a legal challenge, while others said residents need the freedom to recall members that aren't representing their district.
I'm more sympathetic to the notion of having the ability to recall elected officials, almost at any time.
The council would need a unanimous vote in August to approve the changes. A Plymouth medical device company has plans for significant growth. Histosonics plans to nearly double the size of its headquarters, located in an industrial building west of Vicksburg Lane and north of Highway 55. The company has seen immense growth due to its device to kill cancerous tissues. Histosonics developed technology that uses sound waves to eliminate tumors. The FDA approved the breakthrough treatment last year. The Plymouth Planning Commission is reviewing the expansion proposal this week. In exactly 1 month, hundreds of basketball players will make their way to Brooklyn Park for the return of the Gus Macker tournament. Several local nonprofits stand to benefit.
Because I got kids from Crystal, from Bloomington to Brooklyn Park to Minneapolis, South North, all over.
DeRay Ward is the CEO of Forward Thinking Foundation, an organization centered around basketball that mentors youth throughout the Twin Cities. Forward Thinking Foundation is one of 6 nonprofits that will benefit from the Gus Macker tournament. The more teams that register, the more money raised for those local nonprofits.
The foundations and basketball teams, they all rent out all the gyms. So it's hard to get gym time. So the goal is to save this money, stack up to get a community gym for Forward Thinking, and also a transportation van.
The deadline to register for the Gus Macker is July 29th. The tournament itself takes place August 17th and 18th at North Hennepin Community College in Brooklyn Park. If you're in search of new scenery for your daily stroll, look no further than Plymouth. One of the city's parks just added a way for adults and kids alike to learn something new on the go. Tucked inside a Plymouth neighborhood is Rolling Hills Park.
Just another green space to recreate. We have the playground here, trails to walk.
Now, when you take to the trails, look to your left. You just might find a book in pieces.
Yeah, it's fun to see the reaction of people realizing that it's here and available.
And yes, Supervisor Paul Pearson says it's meant to be that way.
We had a lot of questions on what we were exactly doing when we finally did get the book up and out and advertised.
To answer those questions, this is called a story walk. Every 50 steps or so, walkers can read a new page of Hand and Paw, and by the end of the walk, they've made it through the entire story.
Just kind of based it on the seasons and what's popular right now with that kind of K-5 age group.
And there's a bigger picture to the project. Pearson says Plymouth Parks installed the Rolling Hills Story Walk in early July.
And has become kind of a nationwide project to promote literacy and family engagement.
This isn't the first story walk in Plymouth. One was installed at Swan Lake Park last year. And this year, people in this neighborhood asked for their own.
I think it just adds another way for the community to get out and be active on our trail system. Plymouth is known for its parks and trails, and I think it's just an added benefit to what our parks already offer the community.
You can access the StoryWalk off of 48th Avenue in Plymouth. Just start following the trail to the left and then head toward the playground. The City of Plymouth's annual photo contest is underway. Entries are being accepted now through the end of August. We'll leave you with a look at last year's winning photographs.
Following play in the Gopher Classic tournament over the weekend, the Maple Grove American Legion baseball team got right back into league play. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Two of the top teams in the North Hennepin American Legion Baseball League, Maple Grove and Lino Lakes, facing off at Gleason Fields. It was a pitcher's duel in Maple Grove. Tyler Gruey struck out the side in the bottom of the third. Evan O'Dwyer was dealing as well. He gets a strikeout to end the top of the fourth. It went back and forth between Gruey and O'Dwyer all night. This is in the seventh inning. O'Dwyer gets another K. 0-0 was the score after 7. We'd head to extras. In the eighth, Lino Lakes has a runner on third. Dan Olson is on the hill now. A low pitch allows Riley Johnson to score. That's all Lino Lakes would get, though. Maple Grove needs a run in the bottom of the frame to keep the game going. Tommy Meyer on the bump for Lino. It looks like MG's in trouble, but an overthrow from Ben Clausen gets Colin Ames home. MG ties it up 1-1 after 8. No scoring in the ninth. In the 10th, Lino Lakes with runners on third and second. Clausen with an RBI single to right field. Ames makes a great throw to get Johnson out, but Calvin Coppersmith scored from third. That turned out to be the game-winning run as MG didn't get anything going in the bottom of the 10th. In Maple Grove, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
It's full-on soccer action all week in the North Metro with the return of the USA Cup Youth Soccer Tournament. Following the weekend tournament that wrapped up on Sunday, teams signed up for the regular USA Cup tourney started play on Tuesday. Tuesday marked the opening day of games in the 5-day USA Cup Youth Soccer Tournament in Blaine. Fusion FC Plymouth taking on Richfield in the U17 Girls Silver Division game. Early in the match, Fusion's Nora Schaefer with a nice run up the left side. She gets past the final defender and then finds the back of the Richfield net with her shot. Fusion is up 1-0 just minutes into the first half. A few minutes later, Aspen Franklin with a good corner kick to out front of the net, where Greta Nystuen heads it in, and Fusion has all the goals it would need, up 2-0. Richfield trying to get on the board here. Fusion goalie Ella Rydberg, though, comes out to stop the shot from Faith Harms, and Harms unable to do anything with the rebound. It remains 2-0 at the half. Second half, Anushka Poplar takes advantage of a Richfield turnover and buries the shot into the open net to make the score 3-0 Fusion. Sienna Yowen added the final Fusion goal as they go on to beat Richfield 4-1. Pool play in most age brackets continues through Thursday on the fields of the National Sports Center. The USA Cup Soccer Tournament has age divisions for boys and girls from ages 9 to 19. Chaz Moots has highlights from our first round boys match and the under-16 boys group.
Opening day USA Cup matchup between MapleBrook Soccer Club 16U boys against Elgin Puma Soccer Club out of Elgin, Illinois. Early in the first half, MapleBrook with a free kick from about 25 yards out. The ball finds the back of Levi Musokwa's head and goes over the keeper's head for the goal. MapleBrook takes an early 1-0 lead. EPSC looking to answer back later in the first half. Justin Morales gets a great look on goal, but his strike sails high. MapleBrook took a 1-0 lead at halftime. In the second half, corner kick from MapleBrook. Ball gets batted around a couple times before Femi Omotaya heads it to Ayo Adekuni, who kicks it in for the second goal of the game for MapleBrook. Late in the second half, EPSC looking to make a rally free kick opportunity, but David Oroko makes the stop. MapleBrook goes on to get the shutout win over EPSC 2-0. In Blaine, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.